Are you struggling to still pass the hazard perception?
Help! Help!
Are you clicking too early? Clicking too late? Don't know what you're supposed to be clicking for? Well, in this video, I'm going to explain all of that, and then I'm going to break it down by doing 2 video clips to show you exactly what you're looking for, exactly how you should do it to beat the system. Hi, I'm Dorian from Think to Success. In this video, I'm going to explain the hazard perception in a bit of detail, where I'm going to do a correct way of doing the hazard perception and an incorrect way of doing it on the same video clip. So it gives you an insight to what you're looking for and what you shouldn't and should do. And then I'm going to do a second clip just to put all that together, just to show you how that all works out. Watch the video until the end. It will give you a better insight of how to pass the hazard perception. To be honest, once you know what you are looking for, that's the easy part. The questions is the hard part. It's always going to be the hard part because you don't know what 50 questions you are going to get. So it's better to understand the hazard perception, pass that, and technically there's not going to be an issue when you go into your test. It's always going to be about the questions. That's what I do with my pupils. I'll explain it to them, break it down for them, and then the hazard perception doesn't become an issue. I can't tell you when last I've had a pupil fail on hazard perception. Once they know what they're looking for, and once they know what to do to beat the system. And I'm going to show you that in this video. Before we jump into the videos, let me give you some context about the hazard perception. There's 14 video clips. You have to score 44 out of 75 to pass that side of it. You have to average at least 3 on every video clip. So there's 14 videos. One of them has a double hazard where you can score 2 5s, obviously maximum 10. So you need a 3 on every single clip. So technically there's 15 hazards in total. You do the math, 15 3s are 45. That's going to give you the pass mark if you're averaging 3 on every clip. Ideally, you want 4s and 5s to bring your average up, just in case you did click too early or click too many times and get a 0. Now, if you do get a 0, as in you click too many times, they're going to let you know. I'm going to show you that when I do the video clips. Don't freak out. You can still pass as long as your average is above 3. That's why you need your 5s and your 4s to stand a better chance of passing. What you are looking for on the videos is anything that's going to cause you to slow down or change direction. That's your mirror section on your driving test report sheet. For those of you who are taking driving lessons, that is what you're looking for. It's the mirror section. So anything that's going to cause you to slow down or change direction, that click represents you checking the mirror. So when you're on your driving lessons, you see a problem, first thing you do is click. If you're going to shift left or right, it's click, click. So it's main mirror and equivalent door mirror based on that. So that's what it is on your hazard perception, is mirror checking. On the day of the test, you're doing it on a bigger screen and it's all CGI video clips. On your apps, you're going to get a combination of CGIs and you're going to get a combination of the old style video clips where the quality is really poor. I will add as well, based on the feedback that I get from my pupils, the videos are slightly slower than the apps. Hence why it's very rare that I have a pupil that fail on hazard perception once they understand what they are totally looking for. You've got plenty of time to look for what it is that you are looking for. And on the videos, you're going to click twice. Now, what I'm about to say sounds a bit weird. It's not about you seeing a hazard. It's about you getting a score. So let me just repeat that because it sounds weird. It's not about you seeing the hazard. It's about you getting a score, because you can see it, click too early, get a 0, it means nothing. You need to see it and get your 5s and 4s. So the way to beat the system is to click twice per hazard. You've seen the hazard, you click, and then you go 1, 2, and then you click again, because there's a countdown window and you need to get that score in the countdown window. It's not about getting a score early, it's not about getting a score late, because that means nothing. It's about you getting a score. So treat it like a game where you're trying to get a high score, if you like, not whether you see the hazard. Try to get a high score. So let me just repeat that. You see the hazard, you click, and then you go 1, 2, and click again. That's how you want to do it. Don't go click, click. because if you do that, if the first click's too early, the second one could be too early as well. Now, let's just say you got the first click was a 5, and obviously you go 1, 2, the second click lands in the 3, for example. They're always going to give you a high score. They're never going to downgrade you. So there's no benefit in clicking just once. There's so much disadvantages with just clicking once. Too many risks of getting zeros. But if you click twice, you should get a score, which means you should end up passing. So my advice is to click twice. There's nothing wrong with clicking 3 times, but I teach the 2-click method. And I'm going to now show you that on the video clip. I've got brake lights on, so obviously I check my mirrors because they're slowed down. Speed limits, I don't want to speed up if someone's about to overtake me. Brake lights again. Indicator. There's a shop on the corner. If a car was coming up the side roads, it could be a problem. Looking ahead, side road on my left. Petrol station on my right, cars could be coming out of that. A lot of people on the side to my right. Black and white poles, zebra crossing, woman in the blonde hair, woman with a buggy. So these are all things that I'm clicking on, but they're not relevant. But obviously I wouldn't have known that during the ferry test. See? So I responded in an unacceptable manner because technically I clicked on things that doesn't exist on that video. So it added up to too many clicks. So what I'm gonna do now, I've got a 0 out of that. So now I'm gonna do the same clip again, but this time I'm gonna do it more realistic and click on things that does exist. And my clicks won't add up to too many. So I'm already stationary, so I don't need to be clicking on that one. But speed limits I do, because I don't want to speed up if someone's about to overtake me and fill the gap. I'm not going to click on that, on the brake lights, because my speed was already constant. The shop on the corner, a car or bike could come out of there, but there is nothing there, which means there's nothing for me to hit on that. Again, scanning the road from left to right, right to left, the side road to my left and the petrol station to my right. Again, if something was coming out of there, I would click on that. But because there's nothing there, I'm not going to click. Black and white post suggests a zebra crossing. So I'm going to click on that. Woman in the blonde hair. That's the one that's caused me to slow down. That's the one I'm going to get marked on. And you go for 2 clicks. Remember, you see the problem, click, go 1, 2. It's about you getting a score. That's all that matters. It's not whether you see the problem or not, it's whether or not you store it in the countdown timer. That's what matters the most. And there I got 4 out of 5. So what I'm going to do is review the clip so you can see exactly what I was talking about with that. So as I said, the speed limit change. Again, as you're doing the videos, what you should be doing is scanning the road ahead from left to right, right to left. And that's what you do in your normal driving lessons as well. Has a perception, see things nice and early. Again, to the reds, the amber circles or yellow circles are showing me what could have been if something was there. I'm gonna just pause it here for a second. Right, there's my first click for the woman. I've seen her. There's no doubt about it because the circle's highlighted it. My click is there. Let me just rewind that back so you can see exactly what I'm showing you. So the click is there, but look where my click is. It's too early. Now, if I just left it at that, I've seen her, click, happy days, I'm going to get a 0. This is why it's important that you click twice. It's not whether you see her or not, it's whether you get a score or not. That's important. You have to average 3 or more. So I've done my first click. Let me just line it up. There's my first click. Remember, you go 1, 2, and click again. Not 1, 2, because the first one's early. The second one could be early if you're clicking that soon. So it's click 1, 2. So there you go, 1, 2. And there's my second click. Notice I've got a score. I can now breathe easy. I repeat, treat it like a game. You're trying to get a score. not necessarily see the hazard. So when you see the problem, you click, go 1, 2, and click again. If you just think I've seen it, click, happy days, you're going to get more zeros than scores. You are trying to get a score, nothing more, nothing less, but obviously the score's got to be 3 or more in terms of average. So hopefully that helps you out. So I'm going to do another video just to show you what I'm talking about. So let me come out of that. Now I'm going to do a CGI one. Let's choose this one. So again, you're scanning the road left to right, right to left as you go. So there's nothing going on at this precise moment. I do not need to be clicking for anything because there's nothing I can hit. So again, scanning from left to right, pedestrian on the left, but she's behaving herself. Car coming towards me, but the road's wide enough for 2 cars. There's a car on a side road there. So I'm going to click 1, 2, click again. Car's moving, click again. Different situation, boom. And that's causing me to slow down. That's going to be the one I'm going to get marked on. So when the video stops, we rewind it, review it back, and I can explain exactly what happened in this video. Indicators on, so they're going to be slowing down. Click on that. Always assume they're not going to get out of your way, especially driving. Always assume they're not going to get out of the way. That way you're driving defensively. So again, 4 out of 5. Let's review. So again, there's nothing really going on. The pedestrians on the left, yes, but they're very close to the brick wall, not the edge of the curb. If they was near the curb, then maybe I would want to click on that. Again, same thing with the pedestrian to my left. She's walking clearly to the left. It's not a problem. So there's the car. I'm going to show you, pause it with my first click. Right, there's my first. I'm just going to rewind it back a little bit. Here's my first click. Because the car was coming, was it going to stop at the give way line? I don't know that in real life driving. Remember, this is based on real life driving. See a problem, check your mirror. See a problem, check your mirror. Give you my second click. There it is. And then the car starts to move again. So it's a different situation now. Right, so the first one, they stopped at the give way line. As I get closer, they're moving. So I'm going to click again. There it goes. And there's my second one because they're stalled in front of me. So when they stopped at the giveaway line, that's one situation, 2 clicks for that. As they start to move up the giveaway line, it's a different situation, another 2 clicks. And that way you're going to generate scores. And again, I repeat, you're trying to average 3 or more per hazard. Hopefully you got some value from that. If you did, like, comment and subscribe. If you got any issues still, please leave in the comments below. If you haven't, go off and watch the next video that YouTube recommends. I'll go off and watch the playlist of the Study With Me series to give you a better chance of passing your theory test. And I shall catch you in the next video.